Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we're so excited to be on with you today live. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. And so, I'm so happy that I am joined by two of our mastermind leaders. And so today we're talking about the 10 secrets to overcoming fear, getting unstuck, living our best lives as it relates to habits, which is secret number 4 in the book. The 10 secrets to overcoming fear, getting unstuck, and living your best life. So we love to talk about overcoming fear and achieving our goals and truly being who we're called to be. But a lot of times we don't discuss habits, and it's people's habits that really help them to become who they want to be. It's really the habits. And we always talk about, the big wins, like, oh, wow, he did so well in his business. He was so successful. But we don't talk about the fact that it's those micro wins, those daily habits that lead us to the macro wins, which are the big wins. So today I want to talk to you about some of my habits. And I'm also going to ask our mastermind members to talk to us about maybe some of the challenges that they may have concerning daily habits. Okay, so there is a book, a wonderful book that I love. And yes, I love this book, but that's not the one I'm talking about. The one that talks about the Miracle Morning. If you guys haven't read that, that's a really good one. And it talks about the different habits that one should have. And it starts with the S, and the S is silence. And the A is affirmations. And the V is visualizations, daily visualizations. And the E is exercise. And the R, am I going to forget the R? I'm not sure. But the S is scribe, that you should be writing every day. And so the R was, I'm not sure what the R is, but you can look that one up. So that's how I'm going to start out. I'm going to start out with those daily habits. Okay. So, Mecca, what are some of the daily habits that you use that you think are advantageous for you? Give us a couple of them.
Well, drinking water first thing in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't always. Sometimes I drink water that has other drinks and shakes and powders in it. But today I started just drinking water because I don't drink enough plain water, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's not totally essential. Some people say fresh, not from the store, fruit juice, H3O, which I'm not going to get into because I don't even know how to get into it. But that's the first time I heard of that. I was like, okay, it's even better for some reason. 3O, H3. I don't know. Anyway, saying gratitude for at least 3 people in my life and sending them love.
Gratitude is huge. I heard Oprah Winfrey say that you should have a gratitude journal, in fact, that every day you should utilize this gratitude journal.
I will put that down. Journal. Yes. I do have journaling somewhere in here, but anyway, I have the oath of abundance. Oath of abundance. Is it oath of manifestation or oath of abundance?
Okay, what does that mean for layman's terms for us that don't know?
The agape folks. Yeah, I know I'm talking real general. I'll put it in
Beckwith?
I believe so. I accept and receive unaccepted good, unaccepted money, unaccepted kindness, unaccepted generous. Did I say unaccepted? Unexpected. Hello.
Unconditional.
Yeah. Yeah. Offerings, love, kindness, generosity, prosperity, coming from unexpected places in unexpected ways from my life and the life of others. I am boldly empowered. Anyway, yeah. To receive the lavish abundance of the universe, I open myself to receive and to give, and yeah, all of that. So it takes me about a minute and 27 seconds to actually say it all. I taped it, but I really am memorizing it. So I'm almost done memorizing it. And a lot of time when I memorize stuff, it sticks for years. So once I finally get it. And then Actually, I watched someone else's Positive Prime, which primes your brain for positivity, whatever you choose. It could be health, it could be prosperity, it could be success, it could be leadership. So I like to do that 10 minutes. And today I went to someone else's mastermind and they played Positive Prime. So I'm not sure what the blockage is, but we're not going to think about the blockage. We're just going to do it before we get to bed. Right after we get off of here, we're going to Positive Prime myself. Um, Stretching. I didn't really meditate, but I was trying to be more conscious of my thoughts and what I was doing. I burned something while I was on the mastermind, you know. So yeah, just being more conscious. I did a call this morning that's kind of a well, someone else's turn, but it's like a wake up and win call every day. Well, Monday through Friday, with one of the companies, and it's just 15 minutes, but it really um helps to center me and focus my day and my thoughts in terms of doing better in my life and in business. So
Awesome.
yeah, there's about 10 more on here, but I didn't get to them. Working out, I kind of did that while I was doing something else. Make my mom's breakfast, yes, that's a given. But I mean, I kind of forgot to feed her the other day. I was like, "Oh, girl,
Do
you
you
taking care
have
of
a
somebody
set
here?"
time, Mecca, that you do the working out? I know that you are very good at that habit.
No, I'm not. I haven't been doing it at all because the guy that was doing it for free. I mean, I have his app, so but it wasn't about the free necessarily because I'm paying for the app and it's kind of sitting there. But it was the group participation and anticipation. Shun, Tion. What is that? But anyway, um, action. Okay. The act of doing, I guess. Shun. Um, and yeah, so I have to either recreate that or just excite myself and motivate myself every day. So no, for the last couple of months, I have not been doing my 30 minutes, but I was sweating. I'm like, okay, there's something different about you not sweating every day for 30 minutes. You need, so I'm looking forward to doing that again. Yeah,
Healthful to make sure that you do every day.
yeah,
Um,
after I fell down the steps, I kind of slacked off. But anyway, it's time. My foot is healed. I feel great, you know.
Excellent.
So anyway, massage too is on there, self massage. But anyway, I could go on. I need to do some drum. I would like to do some drumming and some writing and journaling, like you said. So yeah, thank you.
One of the things that we've done in the past is the 5,000 step per day challenge. And I would love to start that up again, especially since you say that you have space in your routine now for it, in your habits. So I'm going to invite everybody to start the 5,000 step per day challenge. We're going to kick it off. I mean, I walk anyway, but I'm going to start doing it with you. Do you accept the
Yeah, I
challenge?
would love to. That'd be nice. I really want to run a little bit because so I can sweat and not have the dog with me because it's just a distraction. Walk him, come back, another hour or whatever, walk by myself and walk to the lake. That would be a good goal because the lake, I'm not sure how far it is. It might be like a mile and a half there and back or something. But
Okay. Do you accept the challenge too? I know Dennis has been really good at the stepping, walking part. As a matter
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
know how to. I don't have no
of
device
fact,
to count it. Maybe it's an app on your phone.
I can give you
Okay.
the app. It's a free app, and if we're doing it together, then I mean, it makes it even that much more easy. They say
Yeah, I'd like to see. Does it have to be in the street outside, or it could be anywhere?
you can be anywhere. You just have to do it at the
Oh,
same
because I
time.
walk all. That's why I be tired sometimes. I'm like, okay, you don't walk about 10 miles around this house. My mother got this huge house, so I'm like up and down 3 flights of steps, and it's just a lot. I'm like, girl, what you doing?
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to doing the 5K a day step challenge. It really did a lot for my aura. It did a lot for my physical therapy. Boosted my testosterone. Yeah, it's just amazing. To walk consciously and to understand that I don't know. It's hard to explain. Just to walk consciously is way better than just walking to and fro.
Okay, beautiful. So we're gonna start the 5,000 step per day challenge again. You guys have inspired me, and we're gonna start it tomorrow. Which kind of leads me to another one of the habits that I think is very, very pertinent. One of the things they always talk about is the time of day that you are the most astute, or you're thinking in the best way. And so for me, that's the morning time. And so, what time are you most alert and most energetic? Is it morning or nighttime or evening?
Morning for me.
Your morning too. How about you, Omeka?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I get up, I get off whatever I've been sleeping on about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And yeah, I was doing yoga with Benta the other day, and I like after we finished, I just kind of got up, and she was like, "Oh," so that made me aware that I just kind of get up. It's like a jerking. So yeah, to be more mindful and meditative about my movements, especially getting up and really making it just even if a 2-minute ritual of like how I actually wake up.
Okay.
And how do I go to bed as well? Because I truly had the TV on. I'm like, TV, you tripping. But anyway, when I went to sleep, but I've been having some interesting dreams in this room. I don't know what's going on, but
Maybe it's that cosmos behind you. No, just
that astral traveling. Yeah, I guess so.
so I'm on the West Coast, and you're on the East Coast. So your 7 o'clock in the morning is, my 3 hours earlier. So
Yeah,
4
4 o'clock in the morning.
o'clock is a little bit early for me, but we can maybe say in the middle between the 4 and the 7.
Oh, that's fine. I could do anytime because I'm here mostly like all day long.
Okay,
So
so like 6 o'clock for me then, which is 7 o'clock for you, is a good time. It's daylight here, and I could start it at that point.
6 o'clock in the morning for you? That's 9 o'clock for us. Well, I don't know where Dennis is.
I'm in Central Time, so 6 o'clock in the morning, I believe, will be 5 o'clock a.m. for me.
Oh
No,
no,
her
that's
six
too early.
o'clock would be 8 o'clock for you. 9 o'clock for
Oh,
me.
okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
It's 9 o'clock for you, so 8 o'clock for him.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, I'm not sure what you. Yeah, so I have to go back and read some of your posts about it, but like that's why I was saying, do you have to go somewhere? I walk all day long, up and down. I mean, that's all I do is walk. I'm like, can you sit down and do a project, do something, sit at the computer, put the computer on the table so you're not sitting on the couch with it. I'm like, girl. So yeah, all of that matters, and I'm like, that might help. You don't go to work and they don't have a couch where you sit down with your computer. I mean, there's a desk and dedicated space. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. So we'll start tomorrow with the 5,000 step per day challenge. What it is that we invite people. I invite the entire group, several hundred people in the group, to join us for the morning walk. And while you're walking, I usually talk about things. Usually, I'm talking about the 10 steps to overcoming fear, getting unstuck, and living your best life. But we can also get feedback. Like sometimes people will tell me techniques that they're using in order to walk, or some people are, heavy exercisers and they run and they're just, shooting out responses about, what works for them. So it, like you said, the greatest part about it is the camaraderie of the group all doing the same thing at the same time. And they say statistically, we're 97% more likely to complete the task if we have a group of people that we're working with. So even just to know that it'll be the three of us initiating it tomorrow, it makes me like know that I have to do it.
So
And a set
are we
time.
communicating with each other while we're doing it?
Yeah, I'll get on the live and you'll click on, and while you're walking, I'll see you walking and you're talking. Or
Oh,
I
okay. It needs to be
actually don't use
9:15 then.
Zoom. All
15
right.
minutes after, because I got a call at 9 o'clock. I like to do.
Okay. So actually, it's not Zoom. I don't do it on Zoom. I do it on Facebook. Yeah. So I can't see you. I just know that you're doing it with me because you click in. But I think this time what I'll do is use YouTube, since now this is my new favorite platform. Okay, so we're talking about habits. We just got this great thing off the ground. Now we're doing our walks so that we can ring in that summer being even more healthful and svelte. Some of us don't need to be any more svelte, but some of us do. Yes, you would be that one, the two of you, but I could do with being more svelte. So that's great. That's one step in the right direction. So we're talking about habits and we're saying things that work, not just for business owners, but things that work for us in general. Another one you said was, drinking of the water. And I mentioned in the past that a lot of times people dismiss hunger or they'll dismiss thirst for hunger. So we're eating, but we're really not that hungry. It's really that we're thirsty. Our bodies need water. And I think of when my mom went to the hospital before she passed away. And the main thing that they would do is give her fluids. And they say when people enter the hospital, all of us are dehydrated. So the first thing they do is do fluids. All right. So give us one, Dennis. Give us one of the good habits that you're using.
Okay. Mindfulness, meditation, and prayer. In the morning, I like to, how should I say, decompress. That's a new word I learned. I like to decompress with Joe Dispenza or Les Brown or Arlene McLaren. Coach Arlene McLaren, you are amazing. You're actually amazing to go to sleep to. Actually, did you know that? Like the vibration, the like sleep meditation and everything. Like it's phenomenal. Like you should try it. You should try it. But yeah, so yeah.
I've heard people say that my voice is soothing.
Yes.
That it's calming, but nobody said, yeah, I go to sleep. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that you can listen to me.
Usually you have a lot of energy. That's interesting. You might have to share that particular video, but you say any of her videos or?
Yeah, any of her videos, like it's phenomenal. It brings a new aspect to it, like just like it's hard to explain, kind of like the vibrational music and stuff like that. Listening to your voice is so melodic. It brings you into a new dimension just by listening to your videos. Beautiful. Before going to sleep. And that's a form of, yeah. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so meditation you do. And what was the other one that you said?
Mindfulness, to be in the here and now, not to be stuck in the past or not to be focused towards the future, but to be present in the moment.
How do you practice mindfulness? How do you put yourself in that state?
Well, soon as my mind kind of wanders to the past, I acknowledge it. And then from there, I put that down. If my mind wanders to the future, I'll once again acknowledge it, validate, how I feel, and then I'll come back to the here and now, the present. And that helps me to be more conscious.
Excellent, excellent. Mindfulness wasn't even on my list, but mindfulness is of paramount importance because whatever we focus on grows. Whatever we're focused on is what we're going to get more of. So if we're thinking about the past hurts, past problems, past challenges, things that we don't want to manifest again, that's actually what we're going to get more of. So mindfulness is excellent, to think of the things and focus on the things that we do want to manifest and the things that we do want to see happen. That's awesome. Mindfulness. I love that one. Okay, and what was the third one?
And prayer. So right now I'm working on, I'm taking a break from religion and I'm working on spirituality, just to try to evolve, yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, religion,
and I'm not being facetious. I really am curious about what's the difference between the two in your eyes.
Yes, ma'am. Well, religion is spiritual, although it's, how should I say, modified by man, so I kind of put the holy books down and kind of just utilize prayer, directly. So, I've been walking in my found, how shall I say, my newfound me within my spirituality.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we talked about a couple of things. Some of them you guys mentioned, and some of them were on my list, and you've already mentioned. So another one that I want to talk about, it's in line with our 5,000 step per day challenge, is not just the walking, but you mentioned it, Micah, you said, well, do I have to go outside? And I said, well, no, you don't have to go outside. You can go inside. But getting outside as a habit, a daily habit, is absolutely essential. You will see how good you feel. This vitamin D that's shining right in here on me, actually, when it's shining through the glass, you really don't get the vitamin D, especially for people of color. We need extra vitamin D. So the idea is that when you go outside and you're walking outside, or you're outside for any reason at all, you're going to be that much more healthful because you're getting that vitamin D. Whereas when you're inside, even though the sun is shining through the window, you're actually not getting the vitamin D. So one of the key things, in addition to walking, is just making sure that every day we go outside. And like where I am, it's warm, so it's not that big of a deal. But when I'm in New York, it's way more challenging because New York is so cold. So make sure that you make it a habit, make it a habit to get out there. Another daily habit is this concept of, nobody mentioned it, the affirmations. Actually, I know that's something that you're conscious of, Micah, but finding some good, positive content, affirmations, things to say about yourself. Like, I know many of us are business owners. I am an excellent entrepreneur is a great affirmation to say and believe, because the idea is that the more you say it, the more you believe it. And so some people say initially, well, I don't believe in affirmations because you're saying things that you don't really believe. Like, I'm an excellent entrepreneur, but yet my business is struggling. Well, you could say I am becoming an excellent entrepreneur, and keep saying that until you have the confidence to say, I am an excellent entrepreneur. Although if you can say I'm an excellent entrepreneur, it brings you closer to becoming an excellent entrepreneur. So that's really and truly the goal. And then also in line with that, secondly, is to not just say it, but to begin to feel the emotion that's surrounding that, as if you are an excellent entrepreneur. So you're saying it with your lips, but you're also feeling the emotion, which is what's going to draw it closer to you. And everybody loves to talk about this wonderful gentleman who just passed away. His name is Bob Proctor. And he always talks about this being on a certain wavelength, like the phones are on a particular frequency and we're all on a particular frequency. Well, when we feel that emotion, we're actually getting on that wavelength of the excellent entrepreneur. Just like, you walk into a room and everybody's laughing. You walk in and you're just on that same wavelength. You start laughing too because the whole room is laughing. Well, when you start feeling the emotions of an excellent entrepreneur and you're feeling that joy, you're actually getting on that same wavelength with them. And so that's a good way to just get started with the affirmations and speaking those things as though they were. And we had a really good session last time, and some of you mentioned, some of the challenges that you're having with your businesses. And I think that's also key. This financial piece, like some of you mentioned that you're struggling, but one of the habits too that is excellent is to tell yourself that you are wealthy and that you are doing well financially, leading you to actually doing well financially. Because where the mind goes, the body flows. And so if your mind believes that you're an excellent financier and your finances are in order, then you're going to begin to take the actions that actually reflect that. So it's the action, it's the thoughts, it's the emotions, and it's the actions. And one of the key actions that you can take with the finances, I thought about this when we were talking on the call last time, but we didn't have time to discuss it, is to, if you don't already have it, put a container in your site, and every day put some money in that container. Change. It doesn't have to be big dollars. Just
Yes, ma'am.
be conscious that you're placing money into that container. And it speaks to your subconscious mind to know that money is abundant and that you have it. And by you constantly putting this extra money in there, you're telling your brain, I have a wealth of funds, I have extra. And little by little, it's going to grow. So maybe you can only put pennies right now and you're just going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Okay. And then it grows and it's more and more until it's larger and larger funds. Okay. And now you're putting $50 bills in the container. And now you're putting $100 bills in the container until you build up to a place where you feel like, okay, now I have some funds and I can take it to the bank and I can put it in a savings account. But in the interim, you are seeing the funds, because what people do who are very wealthy, or at least very conscious of their funds, they can tell you how much they have. If you talk to poor people, and I don't want to say poor people, but people who are less affluent, they'll generally say things like, it just gets away from me. I don't know where it goes. I don't know what happens to it. But if you track people who are doing well financially, they can generally tell you where their funds are, because they're constantly in relationship with those funds, as opposed to, I don't know what happened. Okay, so the idea is you're going to start now today, get that container and just start putting what you can in there and begin to build your wealthy mindset. Okay, so it's not even really about whether it's a penny or it's $1 or it's $50. It's about building that constant mindset. So I wanted to share that with you from last time. And yeah, just being cognizant of where you are financially. You know, like when you get extra, what you're spending it on, and whether or not you feel like it's not obsessive to the point where, you know, you're obsessed about it, but conscious of it so that you have a relationship with it, as opposed to, you know, being paranoid or angry or just a relationship, you know, like, what is the saying?
Money is my friend.
Money is my friend. That's a beautiful affirmation. Right. Right. Money is my friend. It goes and it flows where it's wanted. Okay. And where it can be entertained. All right. Not where there's angst and there's anger and, oh my gosh, and I don't want to do this and all these bills. None of that. Get rid of all of the emotion. Okay. And begin to focus on this money is my friend concept. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
And then in terms of what else did we have on the list? Oh, do you have some more healthy habits that you want to mention?
Sure. You know, when it comes to psychology, the study of human behavior, and sociology, the study of the human mind, I love to read all types of different books. I actually have a book right here up on codependency. I have a book on it's called Sane. Oops, it's called Sane: Mental Illness, Addiction, and 12 Steps. I have another book here up on self-compassion for parents. Nurture Your Child by Caring for Yourself. And last but not least, I have Tipping Point. So you know, I'm just really trying to fuel my intellectual engine so I could better apply myself. You know, I'm trying to not have that emotional attachment to money, you know, and just utilize it as a vehicle to move forward. That's my goal.
Beautiful. And
Yes,
make
ma'am.
sure you get the book, 10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear, Getting Unstuck, and Living Your Best Life, which is the book that we're using as we go through this weekly mastermind. I didn't read chapter 5 this time, but
Yes, ma'am.
because a lot of people were missing, but I am going to do it next time. So we're going to continue until we get through all of the 10 secrets.
Yes, ma'am. You know what? It's been so intimidating for me to actually get that book in particular. You know, because like you're larger than life to me. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know. I guess gaining the courage. You know, but I got this. And I know that's a lame excuse, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess during my addiction, I been not responsible. I ain't been responsible. So to the utmost of my ability. So with that being said, that's my goal to prioritize better.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm going to make it easy on you. All you have to do is go to www.askarleneshow.com
Mm-hmm.
and it's right there.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
And before it was absolutely free. Now you have to pay a little bit for it. But,
All right.
you know, as a mastermind group member, as I said, I should make it accessible to our mastermind members. All right. Anything else you want to share, Michael, before we close out?
Yeah, someone shared a Mel Robbins video, and I'm gonna finish watching it, but it was 5
High five habit.
her suggestion. Yeah, that was part of it, but she was like, not but when she wakes up, she writes down 5 goals, things that she wants to accomplish, no matter how way out. You know, I want to be a millionaire by whatever it is. I need to finish watching it, but one of the things she said was, I want to be a New York Times bestseller. I mean, you know.
Yes, absolutely. And she
whatever,
made it.
Whatever your mind, even if it sounds like, yeah, right, you know, say it every day, and that will help make it manifest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way she talks and everything, but I'll share it somewhere. Do you have a Facebook group too, or just the chat?
We do have a group as well.
Okay, let me look it up.
You're not a part of the group?
Probably.
We'll have to fix
There's just so many groups. How many groups do I check in on? How many days and how many you know, I'm like, girl. Yeah, so me scheduling, the best schedule I ever did was to go to school. You have to get up by a certain time or you're going to be late, which was every day. You have to make the bus or they'll leave you and you can't walk an hour. You know, when I could walk, I was like, okay, I can be late. I can walk 15 minutes, but yeah, high school was a different, well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, because the bell rings. I'm like, okay, Pavlov. I'm like, maybe you need a bell.
If you need to give yourself an alarm, put an alarm every.
Yeah, I have an alarm, but sometimes it's for 2 different things at the same time, and it's like, okay, that alarm is going off 8 times a day.
And, okay, we'll work on that some more. It's been a pleasure spending time with you guys, and we'll meet offline. And I also definitely want you to join the group if you're not already a part of the group, because you're definitely a part of the mastermind. But you said you hadn't.
Yeah, I think I am.
And there are several hundred of us in the group. So thank you so much for spending time with us today. Please go to www.askarleneshow.com and click on some of our past shows, our past masterminds, engage in one of our programs. And also now I'm inviting you as well to participate in the 5,000 Step Per Day Challenge. I'm also inviting you to get the book and read the book, because some of us may not be able to meet every week and be a part of the mastermind, but you can grab the book and you can read it at your leisure or at your convenience. And also there is the Become a Better Speaker program where you get an opportunity to do more speaking. I review and critique your presentations and help you to launch that speaking business that you've always envisioned. So thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. www.askarleneshow.com. Thank you, Omeka, my co-host today. Thank you, Dennis. And thank all of you who are listening now live, as well as those of you who are going to listen to this on replay.